And now, Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill with your full 7-day forecast.
Welcome back, folks. I hope you're having a beautiful Monday. Obviously, the sky is not too beautiful. We have lots of cloud cover out there. And so far this month, we started out with a string of really warm days. And then look at that. Temperatures have dropped off late last week into early this week. So there we go. We've had 15 days above average, 2 days near average, and 8 days below average. So right now the warmth is still winning out, but hey, this pattern continues. It's going to end up a cool month. I have some good news on the horizon though. Not much sign of sun. Obviously, it's cloudy out right now. We'll have some rain during the middle part of the week, and then poof, Mother Nature's going to say, hey, summer's back, or at least the prospect for warmer temperatures. Right now we have cloudy skies, and the higher elevations seeing that patchy drizzle. Now that's going to be the general rule this evening. We're not going to have any heavy rain. The low pressure triggering some of that is across the upper Mississippi Valley, but the problem is with this high pressure to our north, we have an easterly flow, so the entire eastern seaboard is seeing these rather cool temperatures. Jet stream dipping farther south here across the mid-Atlantic and the east. Look at this. The southern jet stream is screaming across the south, and that is keeping the showers intact across Florida. They'll have a very wet week. 72 in Fargo, 73 in Chicago. Here's what I'm talking about with the cool weather. 60 locally in Beckley. We have lower 60s all across the mid-Atlantic and the northeast coast. You have to go way out to Oklahoma City to see temperatures in the upper 80s. Our dew point is 58 and our temperature is 60. So what that means is the temperatures aren't going to vary too much. They'll fall a few degrees tonight, but remember last week we were talking about temperatures during the day, 70, dew points in the 50s, seeing that nice decline in temperatures in the evening. Not so much with this pattern. We have a north wind at 7 miles an hour. Now tomorrow, once we get in through your Tuesday, we'll start out with some drizzle, a little bit of patchy fog. In the afternoon, we could have a peek or two of sun. And then on Wednesday, this low pressure moves to the south, so we will have a couple of rain showers. All day cloudy skies, all day showers. Once we get into Wednesday, prospect for a couple of showers on Thursday. Things change though. Once we get into the weekend, this high pressure moves east. And guess what? We'll finally start to break out of this pattern. Now the pressure is pretty high, so you might be thinking, hey, you know, I suffer from arthritis, but I'm really not feeling it too much. That's because the pressure is steady Eddie on the high side. Maybe you did feel it when the tropical system was along the east coast. 7-day forecast, 64 degrees, 1 or 2 peaks of sun on Tuesday. Showers in here Wednesday, cloudy again on Thursday, mostly cloudy on Friday, a few showers. It's really not going to interrupt the football games in the evening. And then boom, there we go, next weekend in the mid-70s with lots of sunshine by Sunday and Monday. And your 6 to 10 day outlook, you see the red on there. That means the warmer weather is coming back to close out the month and of course to begin the month of October. So there are some bright patches in our forecast.
Man, I am so excited for that warmer weather to come back. Thank you for arranging that, Chad.
You're welcome.
Now, I have a question. Do any of these temperatures affect how the clouds come out in the sky and stuff? Because you know how sometimes you'll run into a cloud and it's just super low on the ground?
Yeah, sometimes we have these high, thin cirrus clouds, which don't really impact us here at the surface or even airplane pilots. But when we have a pattern like this, it really does take an experienced pilot to be able to land an airplane. And here's a little bit more about why we are stuck in this rut with this weather pattern. You might be wondering, well, I'm not feeling too bad, but yet the weather is very gloomy. Yeah, the pressure has been rising over the past 24 hours, but the problem is the high pressure is centered across Canada, so it's funneling a northeasterly wind in our direction. That easterly wind is banking up against the mountains and creating this cold air damming situation where the chilly air remains at the surface, but once you go several 100,000 feet up, temperatures are actually a little bit warmer. However, this low cloud deck is the reason for low instrument flight rules. That is, over the past 24 hours, the clouds have been less than 500 feet above the ground, so even experienced pilots may have a hard time landing. These conditions being experienced especially at the Beckley Airport. In order to dislodge a pattern like this, you have to have the high pressure move off the coast
and more of a westerly component to break up the cloud cover across our region, and that won't happen until late this week and this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill reporting for Newswatch.